Hey guys, I'm just doing this video completely off the cuff, kind of out of the blue. How have you been? It's been 2 long years since I've uploaded. This channel, yeah, it might be a touch dead. I mean, if I get a chance to upload something to it, I will hopefully. But I think in the future it's mostly going to be about my sort of personal work and the journey I'm going on. So, as you know, this channel used to be sort of movie reviews, discussions, but I think what was kind of the most important part of it was doing pitches and giving you guys fan scripts and ideas. I did it with Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, a sort of existing IPs that were basically given a treatment of my story. However, I think what happened was at the end of 2021, what happened was I discovered writing as not so much just a hobby, but a real opportunity in life for me. So through university work, so I was still a student. I've recently graduated, fucking finally. But one opportunity I was given was to write a book at the round midpoint of this year. So the book is finally here. This is my debut book. Like father, like daughter. I had some help from my university, Swinburne in Melbourne. Shout out. But I think what was so incredible was just this opportunity to be able to tell a story completely original, tethered away from everything else. So it's a good read. We've had great reviews so far. So the book is basically a mystery thriller similar to that of Gone Girl or The Dry, I guess, and it tells the story of a young single father in the year 2005 who gets left with tragic circumstances. And then we flash forward to 2023, we flash forward to current day, where his relationship with his daughter is tepid to say the least. However, when tragedy strikes again, he is forced to confront his past in order to rescue his future and his present. So if it's a small sort of hard-boiled detective novel set in a small town, who done it basically, a lot of interesting threads, every a twist every chapter, I guarantee you. And yeah, that's the book. But if you maybe aren't a big reading fan, there is also an audiobook available on Spotify right now. I'd narrate the thing. I've got some incredible voice actors who've done it. I mean, this incredible cover art as well. Like, there's been so much amazing effort by so many people that's gone into this. And I think one of the catalysts in it was creating this YouTube channel. So basically, to all those people who, especially in 2020 and 2021, watched those videos and I guess said nice things and gave me sort of this confidence to go forward and actually share more of my writing with people. It was really awesome. I've currently got other pieces of work that I'm looking to get published in the future. But yeah, look, this was just kind of revisiting the thing that kicked it off for me, and just wanting to say to those people, thank you. I guess I do see the requests in the comments for other like fan scripts. I'm sorry, but I cannot do them. I know I promised Bond 26 about halfway through 2021, and I do have that whole pitch and I've written out the whole thing, but I just never had the time to get back to it. And while yes, this channel might not be as active as it once was, I mean, I called 2 years since since me being shooting a flustered 30-minute No Time to Die review, and as you can see, in the last 2 years I've gotten no more coherent in the way I speak to a camera without a script in front of me. So honestly, thank you guys. Sorry I don't upload anymore, but please, yeah, like father, like daughter, my first book, either the hard copy on Amazon.com or the audiobook on Spotify. I'll link both of them in the description. Give it a buy, have a look. Thank you so much.
Come on, we solved the case. We can have a few drinks tomorrow night to celebrate.
Sure, but we might have to be on our wits.
How come?
Rossiters.
Troy replied solemnly.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep.
And you said yes.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? They're her grandparents.
How about the fact that they fucking testified against you in court? Then they fucked off to Valborn as soon as they could, Ash.
And they were never there for Hayley.
Exactly.
Owen had gone red from his tirade.
Does Dad know?
Troy paused as Owen gave him a grave look.
Troy,
he asked sternly.
Of course I fucking didn't. How'd you think he'd react? He'd throw a fit and then burst a vessel and we'd be in hospital for a week dealing with another fucking aneurysm.
Owen sat back.
Well, I'll never get why you want to see those gutless cowards. Besides, we got another fucking shit sandwich of perfect coincidences to deal with.
Really? Like what?
Owen held up a picture of Connor Archer,
Connor Archer, convicted of murder.
before picking up a photo of a young woman.
Our newest recruit, a requested transfer from Melbourne. Sophie Archer.
Soph?
Yep, Donnie's girl.
Yeah, I remember.
He said as he looked at the photo of a brunette lady in a police uniform, 27 years old with a bright smile.
She used to babysit Hales.
And now, she's trying to babysit us.
What?
The fucker requested a transfer 1 fucking week after her brother was committed.
Said Ash with an annoyed expression.
Isn't that a conflict of interest?
It would be, if anyone actually wanted to work here. They'll take anyone at this point. But fair play to her, she's good. Damn good. Made a decent career in the city. So, she's coming back here for one reason.
To fuck us in the arse.
Seems likely.
Said Owen.
Alright, well, have fun with that. I've got to pick the birthday girl up. See you lads tomorrow.
Say hi to Dad in Hales for me.
Asked Owen as Troy left the room and Owen sat down.
It's going to be a shit show, isn't it?
Asked Ash.
Yep.
Replied Owen. Troy's Ford Raptor pulled up outside Hulls Creek High School where he scanned the front to see Haley and 2 of her friends walking forward. She had a bag of red frogs in her hand and was wearing her mother's gold bracelet. Troy could also clearly make out a vape pen in the other. However, all Troy could focus on was that one of her friends was a boy that he had not seen before, a sight which almost instinctually made Troy nervous as he honked his horn. Haley looked up, now a young woman with flowing brown hair. She was gorgeous, bearing a striking resemblance to her mother. However, her expression was one of annoyance as she said goodbye to her friend Katie, and then turned to the boy who very obviously attempted to kiss her as she pushed off him, seeing her father's stern expression, before breaking into a half-jog towards the Raptor. Troy sat with a small smirk on his face as she looked through the window.
Beeping? Seriously?
She snapped.
Well, how else was I going to get your attention?
You could have texted me.
Really? Because this was the time you were actually going to respond to my text, was it?
She rolled her eyes and opened the door, waving bye to her friends, and got into the passenger seat.
I hate you.
She said. Troy began to drive out.
How was school?
He asked as he drove by Katie and the boy, making eye contact with him as they slowly passed.
Who's the boy?
He asked.
No one, don't worry.
And does no one have a name?
No, he doesn't.
Haley?
Troy asked sternly.
Mitch.
Was that so hard?
Excruciating.
How's Tate feel about this?
I don't know. I try not to think about him.
Can I have a puff of your vape?
What?
I saw it in your hand before, hun. May I have a puff?
Sure.
She said, a slight tone of surprise in her voice as she handed him the vape.
Huh. Pineapple ice.
He said, inspecting it.
Good, is it?
It's alright.
She laughed.
Excellent.
Troy replied before he tossed it out the window.
Dad, are you serious?
Yes,
What are you on? You smoke?
yes, but I don't have the lungs of an 18-year-old.
You know that cost me $35, right?
Sure, just take it out of my wallet the next time.
I will, actually. Just buy another one.
She snorted. He playfully ruffled her hair as they entered the main road.
Your grandparents are coming tomorrow.
Troy continued.
Are you serious? Why?
They want to see you.
First time for everything, I guess.
She replied with a snarky face as her eyes rolled over.
Yeah, it's your pop I'm worried about.
He'll fucking love that, won't he?
Language.
Troy snapped.
Sorry?
Haley replied before she piped up again.
So, Mitch is having...
Nope.
But I didn't even!
Haley, what's the rules? You know 'em.
Answered Troy, cutting Haley off. Haley had grown up into a strong-willed young girl, but this was reinforced by Troy, who was understandably protective after the events of 18 years previous. However, to many of those around Haley, including herself, this was seen as an overstep, which includes several curfews, especially on Saturday nights, constant phone calls to ensure that she was safe, and not going out alone with boys. And while the two had a strong relationship, over the previous few months as the 18-year anniversary of the passing of Lily neared, Troy's inhibitions had gotten the better of him, causing to become even more paranoid and restricting Haley from any sort of a normal teenage.